Happy Memorial Day, my fellow Americans, and everyone else who may be tuning in to celebrate this lovely holiday. This lovely holiday that we always forget until we remember. It's kind of the bread and butter of Memorial Day. We have a lot to get to. We want to talk about the Pope. The Pope crawling out of his shell and kind of doing his first real commandment. The Pope has made an edict about AI. We were waiting for a pope to say something useful, and it turns out that it's a very generative conversation he's started, so we're really looking forward to see, we want to know where he's taking this whole pope thing. It's cool for the pope to weigh in on current events, you know? The elephant in the room used to be trans people, but the pope, by talking about AI, is sort of telling you everything you need to know about his opinions on the trans, you know? He's weighing in on what it means to be a human, but not what it means to be a girl or a boy. He's past that. He's enlightened. Woke Pope. Woke Pope is anti-AI. Who would have thunk? We're going to be talking a little bit about Mr. Shapiro. Mr. Shapiro and his company, the Daily Wire. There's just a lot of wars happening in honor of Memorial Day. The news is battle-centric. One of civil wars happening. The Pope is an artificially intelligent being at the end of the day. He was created by a bunch of Catholic scientists. They all got together and they thought, we need to delegate our Catholicism to some aggregate sentence finisher. That's the Pope, and he's actually reached terminal velocity intelligence. What do they call it? AGI? The Pope has reached AGI. The same goes for Ben Shapiro's network, the Daily Wire. It's out of control. It's become too smart for even Shapiro. Our favorite cowboy, our favorite media cowboy with his stature and his cool stance. You think that he could handle anything, including the media empire that he started, but nope. It's running away from him. Ben Shapiro should simply be shedding a proud tear as his company falls into ruin. Oh, it grew up. Yeah, Ben, you're not cut out for fatherhood. I mean, just look at your height. You can't even ride the roller coasters that does he have kids? He's not getting on the roller coasters with his kids. Ben, who else are we going to talk about? We might talk about Andrew Tate today. Saw a funny Andrew Tate video. Maybe we'll talk about the beef between Nick Fuentes and Hassan Piker. Nick Fuentes successfully arrested Hassan Piker in the third person. He shot out the bat signal to arrest a political prisoner. Nick, I have a lot to say to you, man. You have a genie, apparently. You can just get the government to do what you say, and you didn't make a more jubilant wish. You could have had anything, man. You could have had a California King mattress. I guess you're selfless. You're so selfless, you just want to lock people up. Let's go to Google. Let's go to Google. That's my advice to you. It's what I do when I'm not feeling myself. I need the algorithm to remind me, what is it about my mind that needs correcting? Well, Google knows. I'm feeling lucky. That's my catchphrase. So let's head over to Google. Hey, check it out. What is this? What is this? This is a dog whistle. Jews built the pyramids. That's what they're trying to tell us now. They might have, for all I know. I mean, back then, anyone who was building pyramids, you could tell me that any pyramid that you find was built by one race of people. You know, I don't care who it is, as long as they're all the same. The Mesoamerican pyramids, the Egyptian pyramids, the Oklahoma grass pyramids, I hope that those are all built by the same group of people. I hope. I really don't want it to be the thing where 5 different guys invented the telephone on the same day in different countries. That would be disappointing. Guys, I'm just going to sit here and look at Google for a bit. Does this really spell Google, even to the creative schizoid? Does that really spell Google? Memorial Day. Let's see. List of fallen soldiers. Let's honor the fallen. Yeah, these guys. This is like a fighting game roster. All right. Man, some of these people, I mean, this is just a clusterfuck. These people all died at different times. This guy died? He doesn't look like he would see combat. Look at that face. You tell me this guy got shot in the brain? You tell me this guy got fragged by his team in the case of friendly fire? Why, was he a prick? Was he annoying? You're telling me this guy had C4 put in his boxer briefs while he was sleeping, and he was detonated while he was having a lovely dream about fondling his niece? That doesn't sound right. He looks like a hero. This guy doesn't deserve that. These are two things you never want to see in any sentence from now on. Look, Chad is anti-war. Unless, barring certain... Guys, I'm completely anti-war, no matter what. Unless it makes sense. But here's what shouldn't be happening in a civilized world. A guy from Albuquerque should never make it over to Qatar. Alright? That shouldn't be happening. That's evidence of societal rot. If you're born in Albuquerque, the furthest outside of your homeland you should ever get is Santa Fe. Santa Fe for a tchotchke. Then it's back to your cul-de-sac. This guy went to Doha? You telling me he didn't last? Look, I'm sure that this guy was a hero. I'm only joking. Let's see how he died. Does it give you a picture of their corpse on this website? While deployed, he was the Red Horse. Oh, it's a non-combat related. Wow, damn, I was kind of onto something. The non-combat related incident is under investigation. Well, it only happened 5 years ago. Hopefully the evidence mounts soon enough. I think that there's a more updated version of this. Let's see here. I want to see who died very, very recently. Yeah, here we go. No photos, but we can use our imagination. These people died in Operation Epic Fury as of 3 days ago. Epic Fury. When you die in an operation called Epic Fury, how does your family even grieve? How does the eulogist come across with a straight face when you got blown up in Operation Epic Fury? It's not like Operation Righteous Indignation, You can imagine people shedding one demi-more tear if you died in Operation Gentle Flower. But Operation Epic Fury, yeah, his head was blown off. Your family just has to sit there, Yeah, he was gulped by a shark. He was strangled by a giant squid. Okay, is there a crudité at the funeral? Damn, someone from the Nat Guard. No, wait a minute, the National Guard has its own Air Force? This is so cool. I like what the U.S. Military does. The Army has its own Navy, the Navy has its own Air Force, the Air Force has its own National Guard, the National Guard has its own secret police, and the police has its own army. I mean, this is another kind of difficult thing to grieve when you can't just say, like, my dad died in a war. It's like, my dad, who was a member of the Special Forces branch of the Marines Air Force, who was doing a special op for the New York State Police, died when a Boston Dynamics robot stepped on his testicles. Oh, okay. Was he a hero? Yeah, he was a hero. That goes without saying. So all these people died in Operation Epic Fury. And their names are not funny. Seriously, you try to make a joke about Declan Joseph Cody or Cody Aaron Cork. Is there a reason all these names rhyme? Is there a reason that these are all Dr. Seussian names? Tyler Hanini Simmons? Hanini. Ashley Brooke Pruitt? Everyone went to school with her. Tell me that that's not the most I went to... That's a yearbook name. Ashley Brooke Pruitt. She was active duty Air Force. She was a parachute tester. Yeah, so there are serious deaths happen. By the way, the reason I'm just kind of laughing this off is because I didn't want them to die. You did. Haha, you wanted these people to die. If you voted for this, I didn't, so I get to laugh at their deaths. Ha. And like I said, all of these people, by the way, this is what it means to be anti-war. If you're really anti-war, then every time someone dies in uniform, that's an instance of friendly fire. Because we're all humans on this space rock. We're all humans on this space rock at the end of the day. You got killed by a guy who you've never met, and who eats different food than you do, and who sits on a rug that is a different color than the rug you walk on. That's not an enemy combatant, that's just a different type of fella. He might as well be your pen pal. All these people were killed by their pen pals. And that's not good. We honor you. Let's take a brief moment of silence for these people. That ought to do it. Moving on. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, you know what I'd like to do, actually? I'd like to roleplay that I'm the Army General. The Army General, or the head of the Department of War. Does he make calls to the grieving families? Probably not. He probably just sends a card. The general has to show up at your door like the police chief, right? Your decorated Army Ranger husband was killed by a drunk driver. Ma'am, no, the Army General is calling you, okay? He's on the phone, and he's about to tell the family that friendly fire has occurred. It's occurred. Hello, who am I speaking with here? Is this the widow? Oops, I didn't mean to say widow. Is this the wife? Too late. Ma'am, I regret to have informed you that your husband was killed by his sleepwalking bunkmate. Your husband had a bunkmate in Iran's forward operating base who was experimenting with Ambien and ketamine, and he performed a rudimentary circumcision on his brain. It was a case of friendly fire, ma'am. It happens. Anyway, I have a lot of other calls to get to. May he rest in peace. God. I mean, I'm not one of these guys who thinks the wars used to be cool. They were probably always really cringe and nasty. So let's get out. Let's pull out. I think that men should die of cancer. I think that's a better way to die. And if you think I'm wrong, if you think that it's better for men to get blown up than die of prostate cancer, then we just have a fundamental disagreement. All right? Women should not go to war. They should be dying of breast cancer. War can be cured. Cancer can't. That's the world I want to live in. No cure for cancer, please, but let's stop all the wars. I want everyone to come home safely so that they can get lead poisoning. I want everyone who's overseas right now to come home safely so that they can get killed by a reckless, meth-addled driver. Okay? Let's watch the Pope. Let's check out the Pope. He recently came out against AI. He said something about, what did he say? Magnificent humanity. AI must serve humanity, not concentrate power. I think he spoke. Let's take a listen. I want to watch that react. Damn, this fucking speech is pretty long, huh? The Pope can yap. Oh, he's not standing? He's seated for the speech?
The first word is ingenuity. Artificial intelligence.
I'm not watching this. I'm going to go to a different link. Here we go.
I want to thank all of you for being here today, for your interest.
You're welcome.
I sincerely thank those who have organized this meeting today, and especially those who have shared their competence and experience in the different reflections that we have listened to. In a special way, I'd like to thank Mr. Ola for accepting our invitation.
This guy does not sound... I mean, this guy's from Chicago. This is his Latin flavor. Hearing this guy speak is pretty insane oral loss, don't you think? I wish that I understood Latin and that he spoke it, because if this is what you wear when you hear a guy from Chicago speak with a little bit of British stank, then religion is cooked. If this is what religion looks like now, we're toast. I'm sorry.
In turn, in the name of the Church, I accept your invitation to walk together, to listen and to speak, and together to find a way for humanity in this time of artificial intelligence.
They're kind of like yarmulkes, but, I mean, they are... Is it crazy to say that these are yarmulkes? What's the real difference here? And why? Why a cap? Is that where God looks? Is that, like... I mean, this is, I don't know. It looks unholy to me. Shouldn't God be able to see that? That's like, that's his vantage point, right? Shouldn't he see the top of your head? Is this like a digital, is this a VPN for God to look at the top of your head? God identifies everyone not by their fingerprints, but by their scalps, because that's the first thing that comes out of you when you're born, if everything goes according to plan. And he's up there on his cloud. He's just like piloting up there like he's got his eye in the sky. He just looks at everyone's scalps. You put this on, you got a VPN.
What a great sign of hope it is that with our differences, trusted within an
Well, look at these. They're wearing this guy's got a dish on his head. Talk about a VPN. That literally bounces the signal right back to God as he tries to watch you masturbate.
Turning point, menacing human dignity, the encyclical Rerum Novarum spoke its evangelical and social word about new things underway. Today, we find ourselves facing a transformation of similar magnitude, with perhaps even greater consequences. Artificial intelligence already touches many areas of our lives and affects decisions that shape human coexistence. It is also dramatically changing how war is waged. Like the earlier Leo, I feel entrusted to look upon another huge transformation with eyes of faith, with lucidity of reason, with openness to mystery, and with cries of the poor and the earth resounding in my heart. Magnific.
I mean, he's just sort of copying other tweets. Hey, chatter. How's it going? We're just watching the Pope in this moment. He's kind of doing like a similar thing to SNL right now, don't you think? Just taking the tweets of the day and putting them into a speech. We're going to continue watching.
Magnifica Humanitas was born from listening, like Leo XIII did. I've listened to scientists and engineers who work with sincere enthusiasm on technologies capable of alleviating immense suffering, to political leaders and public officials who have perseveringly sought just rules, to parents and teachers who are deeply concerned for the future of younger generations. Other very troubling voices have also reached me about increasingly autonomous weapons systems, practically beyond any human reach to govern them effectively. I hear very troubling accounts of algorithms that can block access to healthcare, employment, and security on the basis
I mean, this is based, obviously, for the Pope to be talking about algorithms. It's very cool, but unfortunately, it's not it's not making sense. One of these people, like, we can't exist in a world where the Pope and AI are both around at the same time. He should have saved this speech until after he, used God's power. Can he shoot lightning bolts? What powers does the Pope have? Because he should call upon God to overflow the data centers in one awesome biblical stroke. Then in the eulogy for AI, he should say, no more will we talk about algorithms. But the fact that he has to talk about algorithms, and then as soon as this video's over, I gotta remember, oh, fuck, yeah, computers exist. The Pope should not coexist with computers. I shouldn't be able to watch him on my computer right now. I should have to get on a plane to see this guy speak. Brock, generate the Pope with his penis out.
The basis of data tainted by prejudice and injustice. And I've heard the silence of those who have no voice when decisions are made. Decisions likely to generate new forms of exclusion and suffering.
Why is he giving a speech to a bunch of religious fanatics? Can't he give this speech to normies, the people who need to hear it? I would like to see the Pope deliver this speech to a bunch of ex-blue checks. That is where it might be useful, so that they can say, you bitch ass, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You haven't seen what I've seen. You haven't seen cappuccino cuck porn. You haven't seen watermelon gets lemon pregnant. You have no idea what world I want to live in.
Humanity. Expressed in Magnifica Humanitas, artificial intelligence needs to be disarmed.
Yes.
The word is strong, I know, but deliberately chosen because this moment needs words capable of attracting attention, awakening consciences, and indicating paths forward for humanity.
I have to be real, like, is this gonna change anything? The Pope is a quiet, soft-spoken guy who happens to also be the Pope. I can't think of a guy with less aura. I mean, truly, he's a quiet Pope. You're already a Pope. How much aura loss can you fucking suffer? Now you're going against the zeitgeist? Bro, they're not even gonna bother assassinating you. They're just gonna wait for you to your voice to get so quiet that no one can hear you anymore. Well, I don't know, man. It's cool. It's cool, but it's also not that interesting. I mean, everyone, you can either scream about AI and say it needs to be disarmed, or you can quietly say that it's a scourge and that it needs to be disarmed. You can be a champion or a cheerleader of it. You can say this stuff makes work so much easier. It's all just like, I can't hear about it. I don't want to hear the Pope talk about anything but about a new cross. Just let me know when there's a new cross that has a cool light on it, man. Let me know about erecting the world's biggest crucifix. Guys, we're doing a new crucifixion. We're gonna crucify a ton of random people until we get a new Christ. That's what the Pope should be working on. He should be on Craigslist saying, looking for people who are willing to be crucified on camera. We're just trying to I mean, like, there should be a Catholic Large Hadron Collider. I know scientists are working on finding the God particle. Catholics should be working on finding the Christ particle, and they should just be smashing men into crosses on a daily basis. I don't want the Pope to be anti-data center. I want him to have a Catholic data center. The Pope is not an anti-AI guy. Deep down, he is a true believer in AI. He's just not building the data centers that he should be building. Pope Leo, listen to me. We need Catholic data centers in Italy right now. We need to start kicking people out of their lovely terracotta homes or wherever the fuck people live, so that we can make room for Catholic data centers where digital Palestinians are getting shot at the speed of light into wooden crosses. All this is digital, by the way. All this is just simulated Eventually, though, we should make a really powerful rocket thruster that can shoot hippie Arabs into real wooden crosses. Because the real thing about trying to find the next Christ is that it takes forever for people to die on a cross. Checking your watch. Whoever the guy was who stabbed him with a spear, he was bored to tears. He just wanted to move the show along. Imagine how fucking long. I mean, people went home. People got tired. They're like, when is the Son of God gonna die already? So that's one thing that I think that we can kind of productivity max. You know, we can kill people on the cross a lot. Not only know how to die for sins. Not everyone can do it. You got to be the Son of God, but I doubt we would hear Christ if you spoke up. When you got these people, when you got guys like this on TV, these sort of snoozes, yawn.
Lord Build reminds me of my years as a missionary in Peru.
I don't want to go to hell. But if Christ spoke like this, I would put him up on the cross. This bored me to tears. Christ was saying we need to shut down data centers. If I was even just a guy who was on the fence, I would be like, can this guy just shut up? I hate AI and data centers as much as the next guy, but I don't want to be virtue signaled to. Alright, that's the Pope. The headline is, we need to start making Catholic data centers. We need to be shooting short, sandaled, bearded hippies into crosses at near light speed on a daily basis if we want to get anywhere. Because finger wagging, to me, is not religious behavior. That's not something an enlightened religious authority figure does. I want to see you come out there like Steve Jobs and say, we have a cross that comes to your door. We have an algorithm that detects holiness, and Boston Dynamics cross is coming to crucify you while you sleep. And all of this just works. That's what I want the that's what I want the Pope to say. We're crucifying 300,000 Holy Land hippies a day. And all of this just works. Get to work. What else are we going to look at today? The enhanced games. What's the enhanced games? There's a doping crisis, a steroid crisis in most competitive sports, but Peter Thiel has decided that, super drugs, and look at this. I mean, Peter Thiel thinks that we need more of this in our competitive sports. We need people who look like Spawn or Predator to be competing. We need we need like sparks flying when people jump in the pool. Because there's something just old-fashioned. There's something old-fashioned about the Olympics. Right? There's something great about it. There's something great about the Olympics. So, I think they did their first event. Yeah, science-driven human first. Just sentences don't mean anything anymore. That's breaking news. Science-driven human first. More output, faster recovery, no crash. What are we looking at here? This is bull semen in an edible capsule. This is all, I mean, what is this? This sporting event is just a commercial for at-home steroid straight to your door. Sponsored by Roku. Fuck, man. The enhanced games. The enhanced NPR games. Says he'll compete without taking performance enhanced drugs. Alright, yeah. You have to take drugs to compete with enhanced Alright, we had an audio difficulty, let me know. Alright, it's sounding okay for now. Thanks for your patience. Like I say, your time is valuable. We don't want to make you listen to crap. We want to make sure that Americans have the best live stream content, the best competitive sporting content known to man, alright? If we can make sports more entertaining, what's more entertaining than the highest quality human specimens running, jumping, and swimming and throwing as fast as they fucking can? Well, how about as fast as they can't? How about athletes doing something that is only possible if they are shot up with the same chemicals that make beef tasty? Peter Thiel wants athletes to jump higher. That's just one of the things that he wants. I don't want to pigeonhole Thiel here. The guy is well-rounded. The guy wants more than one thing for Christmas. He doesn't just want people like, well, he doesn't like, I don't know what his stance is on people who are competing in the enhanced games natty. Does that make Peter Thiel do his classic grimace? Why, you better dope up next time. Or my name isn't Peter Thiel. I really don't get it. If you're allowed to compete without taking drugs, what the fuck is the point? I mean, if this is supposed to be the anti-woke, I don't know if it is, but if this is supposed to be the anti-woke Olympics, think about the woke Olympics. You think they're gonna let, a non-trans person compete in the drag queen Olympics? They shouldn't. They shouldn't. I would throw a hissy fit. I would do this. I'm actually doing this right now as I find out that natty athletes are competing in the enhanced games. This is me. This should be all of us. Here's me watching the enhanced games and seeing that a natty athlete is in first place, and here's what happens as soon as he crosses the finish line.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere.
That's me, because this is all news to me. Let's see, what's this first event? And I think it was swimming. Let's watch the swimming. Wow, a record was broken. Hey, an ad? I don't think so.
Freestyle. Yeah, well, you need to know. Column even red, Proud in blue. So wait here, expect Proud in the blue suit in the middle to get off to a good start. It gets off to an absolute flyer. So Proud takes it down. Can Column Eve close the gap? They get past.
At first glance, I mean, I don't remember what all these freestyle swimming events were supposed to look like. There's a lot of splashing going on. Is it anyone else seeing that? This looks a little bit sloppy to me. This looks like bath time.
Still in control. Column Eve coming now. That world record, 20.88. They're stroke for stroke. Proud, Column Eve, Proud world record. 20-point record.
Now.
World record.
Christian Kolomeyev, 20.81. In the final events, we have our first world record.
Wow. Look at the teal lighting here.
Forget Ted DiBiase.
Damn, Teal Sex Club lighting guy worked on this
Man. He wins
court.
$1 million last year. He comes to the enhanced games and he sets it.
I think when they finish swimming, we should have
$1 million.
something sexy.
What a
I don't want to be able to see anything but just his sinewy body.
Cheering on.
I want it to look vague.
What we just saw.
Wow. Unbelievable. The four-time Olympian. 0.81.
There's a lights on in here.
7/100ths faster than what Cam did in the Jammers in China.
No. I feel like this guy wasn't doping. Is that true? I mean, I don't want to just make my joke work, but I could have swore that this guy was not doping. Let's see. Yeah. Well, what's his name? James Magnuson. Oh, he openly used them. Alright. I don't know where I got that intel. He doped. He doped. After all, he doped. Alright. Congrats, James. What's the point of, I guess I was gonna say, wait, swimming? You can dope to swim? Would you take a drug that makes you puffy if the challenge is to slip through glossy water? The challenge is to fly through the air like a lawn dart. Here, take this drug that turns you into a rescue hero. You think this guy's a good swimmer? You think this guy can swim? Look at his body. I don't know. I guess they can. I guess it's all about just slapping the water as hard as you can. Turns out swimming, you don't need to glide through the water like an eel. You just need to fucking make a ruckus. Make a ruckus so you get to the other side. Big fucking sloppy boat. Wow. Okay. Guess you can't swear in image search anymore. Yeah. Yeah, please go. If your body looks like this, you can still make it to the other side, I guess. Ugly tugboat. Yeah. Guys, this guy won the Olympics, or he won the steroid games. Alright, congratulations, man. Let's see. Let's see him speak.
James Magnuson's racing comeback at the controversial Enhanced Games couldn't have gone worse. Despite using performance-enhancing drugs, he finished last in both his races. Adding to the humiliation, he was beaten by a clean athlete.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, shit. Oh, clean athlete did win. Huh. Can't see that. Sorry, guys. The story's still developing. Who the fuck won? Christian. See. Now. Alright, well, everyone's saying he didn't do any drugs, but I'm seeing that he did. You know, do steroids stay in her system? Do they stay in her spine? Can you get a steroid flashback? I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's watch this
First
video.
to sign up to sport's most controversial competition.
James the Missile Magnuson!
The Australian swimmer was going for gold after 2 years of supervised doping. But he fell short, last in both the 50 and 100-metre freestyle races.
It's been 8 years since my last swimming race, and it was almost a surreal feeling to stand on the blocks again.
Now, Peter Thiel is clever. He plays chess, okay? He's a chess guy. So this could be a sneaky chess move, right? He picked swimming as the first event. Now, I'm not the first guy to point out that you probably don't want to be a roided-out tree trunk if you want to swim fast, right? You want body that looks a little bit more lean, a little bit more like a torpedo. Now, Peter Thiel knows this. He's no slouch. He's no dummy. He probably, and this is a conspiracy theory, he probably thought that this would get clicks. Natty Olympian, natty athlete breaks record, facing against a, human Lincoln log.
Yeah, so he finished last in both.
Yeah, this guy sort of gets disqualified for celebrating. Now, this is the kind of shit I want to watch.
And the lead is 4 spots.
That was a great race by every single gentleman in the pool.
Yeah, he says he wanted hot, young, juiced boys to oil up. Let me put your chat in here.
14:37.04, beating his lifetime best by
Yeah, that's probably what he wanted.
Woo! That's a way to go, man.
And again, that's because Peter Thiel is a chess guy. Alright? Peter Thiel likes young, oily, ripped, athletic men because of he's fascinated by chess. You know how all those chess pieces look like soldiers, knights with glorious glistening bodies? All that shit just reminds Peter Thiel of chess.
I don't know what he could have done. I really don't.
Diving on the men's side and the swimming.
Yeah, he's a big fan of the rook. That's a good point. I don't know why, but that sounds right. Peter Thiel is trying to build a massive rook in the center of the country. Peter Thiel has read the works of J.R.R. Tolkien. He's fascinated by the shape of the... Every time Peter Thiel watches Lord of the Rings, he's fascinated by the use of chess pieces. Whoa, look, it's a rook. Wow. I just love rooks. I'm fascinated. Yes. The bishop. This reminds me of the bishop. Ah, the other bishop. Fascinating. Alright, that's the enhanced games. Hooray. Let's just watch some guys. Let's do some guy talk. Let's watch some fellers. Alright, this clip was really blowing my mind.
Like I said, I didn't know what.
Now, this is a loud clip, okay? And I'm gonna turn the volume down, but it's still gonna hurt your ears because,
this shit was, bro. Like,
now, before we watch this, we don't have to pick a side here. It's not necessary. We're gonna look at this, you know, from a bird's eye view here. This is,
y'all weird as fuck. Y'all weird as fuck.
Hold on, how old are you? How old are you? You're an adult, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you can control yourself. Like, no one can rage bait you if you don't rage out.
Yeah, come on.
Like, you're an adult. You're capable of controlling your emotions, right? We're not yelling at you. You've been yelling the entire time. So no one can embarrass you unless you embarrass yourself. So I don't understand.
I want to fight you. Can we do that?
You want to fight me?
I want to fight you.
Catch me outside. How about that?
No.
Look at this attempt at a chat phase here. A grown woman is screaming at you that she wants to hurt you, and then you make this.
I want to fight you. Can we do that?
You want to fight me?
I want to fight you.
Is that cool? Do we really have to pretend that that's cool? Well, if a woman that says, I want to hurt you, you just apologize, even if she sucks, even if she's acting like a total bitch. Guys, if a total bitch comes up to you and says, I want to cut your head off, I hate you, just say, sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am, I'll just walk in the opposite direction, have a good day.
fight you.
Catch me outside. How about that?
No, like I swear to God. I swear to God.
Okay. You know, hold on. Let me just understand this. So you want
both low key because I feel set up.
You want to hold on. So
low key on everything I love. I feel set up.
You can leave.
Hold on. No, Chris. Hold on.
100%.
Chris, shut up, bro. Let me understand.
This is how an alpha controls the way now. He gets threatened. He gets screamed at. He gets aggressed. He smiles and he says, "Boy, I just want to understand. Well, let's play that back. You want to hurt me? That's cool. That's a cool thing for a guy to say.
Let me understand this. So you're trying to engage in a physical confrontation with me?
Absolutely. I physically want to put my...
Right, she doesn't think she can take you in a fight. That's almost why it's more based.
My hands on you. Absolutely.
Okay, why?
Because I fucking want to. Because you're making me extremely triggered, simply, and therefore, for that, I would like to solve my issue.
But then you say this problem with black women.
Okay,
then you say it's a problem with black women.
I'm white as fuck. I have nothing but white in me. That's why I'm saying you said
She wants to beat his ass. That should be a grown man pause. Wait a minute. Is that what I'm here? Is that what I'm here to do? I'm here to make women pissed off at me? I'm here to prove that women hate me. Women are so evil. They want to beat my ass. This is your experiment, man? Guys, rats and mice bite if you pinch them really hard on the neck. We should kill them all. Bro, your audience already hates mice and rats. Don't pinch them. Don't pinch them in order to get a reaction.
You were disruptive? Let me please disrupt some shit.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
She's screaming, bro. This is how a dog whines when it's wearing a fucking shock collar. She's in distress. Calm her down. Use that rare power men are given by God to calm women down. Wouldn't that be based as fuck? How about this? Instead of man tortures woman for viewer's pleasure, how about a horse whispering man calms down stallion? Wouldn't that be a feat? Bro, we want to see you use your powers. We don't want to see you smear a woman's face into the pavement.
God, let me disrupt some shit.
Okay, so
I want to disrupt you.
Okay, so she's behaving like a nigger too, but also.
Whoa! Now she rightly calls this out as, I don't know. She mentions that this is a racial thing.
You're racist, bro. You're embarrassing to yourself.
Anyway.
Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Literally,
It's crazy.
I don't give a fuck about this shit because you got some weird ass white people who don't even fucking like you, and your child supporting you, fam. You're embarrassing to yourself. I don't give a fuck.
Why does the N-word make people scream? What the heck? No, you're doing around. You're grabbing puppies by the neck. I know, Myron Gaines. Listen to me. I know you can beat this woman in a fight. I would never say that you couldn't kill this woman in a physical confrontation. Does that make it right that you're freaking her out and triggering her? Look, I never actually. Look, yeah, can I beat this puppy in a fight? Yes, but I never laid my hands on it. I just screamed in its ear. And played a high-pitched noise next to it. Guys, I never hit the dog. I just put a snarling cat on a TV screen next to its crate while it tried to sleep. I'm not a dog abuser. I mean, there are so many dog equivalents of the N-word that it's hard to even list them all. But can you make a dog bark its fucking head off and yell and scream? Would I make an animal that I could beat in a fight distressed? I don't look to the camera and go, can you believe this dog? Screaming. What the heck? Triggered much? Yeah, she's suffering from an adrenaline dump, bro. She doesn't want to be here.
What?
Hey,
like you laughing, bitch?
is
I'm
this a
laughing
first?
too. I don't give a fuck.
We got a white chimpanzee for what?
A white chimpanzee?
No.
Yeti.
Fucking
I'm not
Yeti.
embarrassed of off shit. Oh, God, I swear to God. Everything I've ever said in my life, 100% stand by, I swear to God.
Man.
Hey, you know, you ever play Pokemon? You get one of the legendary dogs?
Fuck no, pussy. Just you play Pokemon, bitch.
That's. I mean, she completely mocked him there. This is a verbal confrontation. We've all agreed. This is a battle of wits and words. Here's his volley. Here's his bullet aimed across the table to this screaming white woman with a black scent. She reminds me of a Pokemon, and she says, "You like Pokemon because you're a bitch." I mean, guys, men don't have to win every battle 100% of the time.
Yeah, we got a white chip out.
Who the fuck is Raccoon?
Someone got the Ultra Ball.
Loser!
Get the Ultra Ball.
Loser!
We got
Hey, and that's why, like you said, men who get money, black men who get money don't even want to spend their time around, I guess, black bitches, which 100% is not true.
Man.
100%, that's your opinion, 100%. Second of all, no, who the fuck spends their time around you? I wouldn't even pay if you was paying me.
This is where it gets good, okay? Take a look. This is why I'm showing you this video in the first place.
Like I said, I only spend my time around men who are spending money on me. I would not spend my time with you if you was paying, I don't know, $100 a minute, fam.
So wait,
you're unbearable. You're unfucking bearable, bruh.
Those words should stay any man to their core. I wouldn't spend time with you if I was paid $100 a minute. You're fucking unbearable. I don't care how stupid she is. If the ugliest person with the most debilitating developmental disease said to you, "You're unfucking bearable," the uglier they are, the less appetizing they are as a human being, the worse that insult should sting. The only way that insult wouldn't hurt his feelings is if this person had more status than him, and if he was some kind of leftist. The only way that instinct doesn't sting is if a right-wing chud is saying it to a left-wing woke school. That's the only way that insult doesn't sting. But if he thinks that this is some retarded loser, and she says, "You couldn't pay me to be around you, you're unbearable," that should hurt his feelings, right? Because in his mind, she hangs out with all kinds of horrible, scummy people.
I swear to God, your face, you're a person.
She's hanging out with your ugly.
Everything.
Of course, what do you do? He smiles and looks up. Bro, you're getting flamed. And by the way, this is just evidence that screaming like a chimpanzee does work. We can pretend all day that it's not, "Oh, you're fringing me out. You're acting like really fringe right now. You're screaming. Your voice is so shrill." If someone's screaming at you in a shrill voice, "You're unbearable. I can't fucking stand to be around you. I wish you were dead." Yeah, that's the shrill voice is just, that's just the container. That's the container that the insult is coming in. It's jagged. Imagine getting a letter in the mail that says, "Kill yourself." All right, well, at least it was printed in lovely parchment. Okay, now imagine that it was printed on a piece of diarrhea. Yeah, that hurts your feelings even more, right? If her voice sounds like diarrhea, it should hurt you even more.
Are you admitting that you're a prostitute right now?
Help.
No, so this is where he tries to fire back. She says, "You couldn't pay me to be around you." He says, "Are you admitting that you're a prostitute right now?" Bro, if she was, that's worse for you. You couldn't pay a whore to be around you? You think I'm mad at the whore? You think you roasted the whore? I've never heard of such a thing. I thought whores got paid to be around you, and I thought that was the whole thing. You're telling me this whore couldn't be paid to be around you? Damn, there must be something wrong with you. You must be ugly, you must be repellent, you must be fundamentally racist, I don't know. Here's what we want for our men. We want them to be suffered by whores. That's the lowest level. That's the bare minimum. All decent men, halfway decent men, should be able to just sit in a room with a whore for a couple minutes, as long as the whore's getting paid. It's not Giga Chad, it's not alpha, it's not cool, it's not macho, it's not masculine to be rejected by a whore. I'm not saying this woman's a whore, but if that's his comeback, bro, look in the mirror. Whores can't be around you.
I think she just.
I'm admitting that time is money. Time is money. I don't give a fuck. Time is money. Time is money.
So 100 times 60
I'm gonna leave
is
here
what?
and I'm gonna make some money.
This is the face of a man who just got his feelings hurt by someone who he doesn't respect at all. That's bad. That's not good. It's like when you have a cat, you know, when a cat owner, because the thing about owning a cat is that every once in a while your cat will gaslight you. And you're like, wait a minute, I own you. You shouldn't be able to gaslight me. You're my cat. I choose whether you live or die. But every once in a while your cat will like trick you, gaslight you. Like, wait, did I knock that over? Was that my cat? Oh shit. Yeah, your cat got the best of you. You can think all day like, oh, my cat's such an idiot, I could step on its brain, squish it. Yeah, every once in a while the cat bests you. You take the L. Wait, are you admitting that you're a kitty right now? No, too late for that. Your cat already won. Your cat already got the best of you.
Time is money. Time is money.
So 100 times 60
I'm gonna leave
is
here
what?
and I'm gonna make some money. Fuck. You should be happy. You should be happy I'm spending my.
So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you. I mean, guys, it's possible to suffer massive oral loss, even if the whole time you're saying, you're a prostitute, so I don't care. Those insults don't work when you're getting flames in real time. They just don't. I wonder what engineering school she's going to. Here's the truth of the matter. It don't matter. She could be going to Slut Academy. She could. She could be in chlamydia school. She could have escaped from the Wuhan chlamydia lab, and she would still be mocking him. We're not going to insult this woman's intelligence. She's not there to be an Einstein. She's there to be beautiful and mouthy, and she did it. What is she going to solve cancer on the stream?
My time here. Fuck.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
anyway,
Thank you, Queen.
So this is rare,
Thank
man.
you, Queen.
I think, like I said, when you play Pokemon, you get one of the legendary dogs.
You know when you play fucking.
One of the legendary dogs.
Entei.
We got a
Right.
Damn, dude, this is what men talk about when they run out of steam, when the adrenaline dump came and went. The cortisol has spiked to the maximum. Just like, she reminds me of SpongeBob, bro. Yes, daps. Daps for that. You do sound like a loser. You know who didn't bring up cartoons? This grown adult. Sorry. Anyway, Myron Gaines, here's what you're going to want to do next time. If a woman tells you that she wants to beat the shit out of you, I would say just kill her. It's self-defense. Kill her in one punch. You alpha. Because I don't think this is it. We don't want to see our chads, our giga chads, our macho men. We don't want to see them fight with women. We don't want to see them argue. Do we? It's kind of lame. It's kind of gay to argue with a woman, don't you think? And you know what's really gay? Is like, so you're admitting that you're whatever? That's gay. That's a gay way to argue, man. I'm sorry. Wow, so you're actually admitting? Oh, somehow you're logic, then... Log off, bro. Alright, speaking of which, let's just watch more of this crap. I mean, this is what men do now. Men argue with women, and they get the best of them just because of how everything's set up, just because of the seating arrangement. Men are getting the best of women.
I'll tell you guys, there's this book called A Billion Wicked Thoughts. Essentially what it is it's a bunch of Google engineers got together and they looked at all of the Google searches, and particularly with women as well. Ooh. And they wrote a book about all of the biggest fantasies that females have. If you guys had to guess, just give me like one or two of what do you think the most commonly graphic searches are for women.
BBC.
Right.
Lesbian. BDSM.
Oh yeah, I can see that too.
So the most common character archetypes and things that they were searching was like vampire, werewolf, surgeon, billionaire.
It's the power dynamic that anywhere else except for a book is oppressive.
Oh, well said. I wonder if he's going to draw the same conclusion. That was pretty succinct. I like what she said. Maybe she was brought on the show to be smart because that sounds right to me.
Exactly right. But this is the thing. Like, women won't really come
out
and say these
okay,
things.
let's
But
hear
you wonder why they're all
that anywhere else except for a book is oppressive.
Well, exactly right. But this is the thing. Like, women won't really come out and say these things. But you wonder why they're all going into psychology in these different degrees.
Yeah.
It's because they have these weird up fantasies and shit like that.
Can't
Women
fix
have this
yourself.
very strange fixation with trying to understand like serial killers, and they have there's some very strange fantasies, and it makes sense because
this solves itself. All right, I don't have to. Lay this out for you, but I will anyway in case there are any children watching. No, pause the video, pause my stream, and see if you can figure out what's absolutely mind-boggling about this take from this guy. He says that women are fucked up. Women have fucked up fantasies because they search things like vampire, werewolf, and they go to school to study psychology. His idea, the reason they're going to school for psychology is because they want to fuck a serial killer. Okay. Did women invent serial killers? That's what he's saying here? Men are only killing other people and women because they think that it turns on true crime heads. That's his point. This is a real chicken before the egg, or I guess cart before the horse type thing, right? He thinks that, guys, the only reason men can rape or kill for pleasure, the only reason that men can occasionally turn into wolves or drink blood and sleep in a coffin, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It's either fictional or it's not, bro. But let's take it at face value here. He's saying men don't want to transform into a bat. Men don't want to howl at the moon and develop snouts when they're angry. Men don't want to shoot lasers out of their eyes. We don't want to do this stuff. But women want the Chad. So we have to. Women have fucked up fantasies. They've made society. They've made society so that only school shooters hit the girl. That's his literal point right now. He's not talking about... I'm curious, what are the #1 searches by men on porn websites? Surely it's not anything fucked up, right? Men don't want to have sex with Tinkerbell, do they? Because that... Well, if they did, I would say that that's women's fault. If men want to have sex with... if men want to have sex with Judy Hopps, or, what else is, if men want to have a free use landlord, that's women's fault. All of these fantasies, all these dark fantasies, men want normal fantasies. Women are the ones who have all this weird, they make us do all this weird shit. Jack the Ripper was only doing that. He was only doing that because he saw how popular true crime was getting on Netflix.
Is what's the most popular book with women over the last few decades?
Yeah, I was about to say Twilight.
Twilight
50
is one of
Shades
them.
of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey is the most popular book ever with women. And with that,
the most popular book ever with women. Isn't it so disconcerting?
That is literally just a single archetype, which is the Beauty and the Beast archetype, right? There's the beast who can't be tamed.
Yeah.
And then the feminine woman comes along and tries to civilize the beast.
Oh, all right. Yeah, women, you're not allowed to read books anymore because it's problematic. It's freaky. The shit you want in books is freaky. Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, can't be having that. I have a question. I have a question. My hand is raised. Are men allowed to enjoy Beauty and the Beast? Is it fucked up for men to enjoy it? Is it fucked up to imagine being, Shrek? Is it fucked up to imagine Shrek with fangs, being a large orc with, backwards-facing legs and hooves and a 10-inch cock and fucking an innocent blonde? Is that allowed? Are men allowed to want that, or is that freakish? Or is it if women aren't allowed to make, because I'm sure women came up with Beauty and the Beast and werewolves and all that shit. I'm sure that was their idea. If we simply allow, if we forbid women from coming up with fantasy dynamics like that, men will naturally develop a normal sexual appetite, right? They'll just want to have sex with, I mean, what's normal? Are MILFs normal? What's the ethical position for men to have sexually? MILF? No, right? That's not good. She said something interesting about a power dynamic.
Werewolf, surgery.
Except for a book is oppressive.
Well,
like, dynamic that anywhere else except for a book is oppressive.
Well,
right. A book. Is there something about a book that we can talk about? Here's what I like about a book, but I'm sure that this guy has a take that negates what I'm about to say, but I'm pretty sure you can put a book down when it's getting too real or too scary or... I mean, there's something about a book, like a book can't technically rape you, right? Technically. Is there something to that? And should women be allowed to experience erotic fiction without the threat of rape? Should women be allowed to be free from the threat of rape? This guy's on to something. Women shouldn't be allowed to read about a beast, and then as soon as it gets a little bit scary, they simply stop scanning the pages with their eyes for a moment, close the book, and rub one out. Women should have to have sex with an actual beast. Because the fantasy is so wicked and weird. The fantasy of it.
Well, it's exactly ever with women. And that is literally just a single archetype, which is the Beauty and the Beast archetype, right? There's the Beast.
You know what's worse than scaring the hoes? Boring them. Boring the hoes. Guys, we need to go back to scaring the hoes. This is what I like about Clavicular. He doesn't bore the hoes. He scares the loving fuck out of them. That's why he's sexy. That's why we need more collabs in the world. This is boring, bro.
Vampire.
Vampires are real. Werewolves are real. And this is from an archetypal perspective, right? Like, women have fantasies that are completely archetypal. Werewolves, surgeons, pirates, all these archetypes, right? It's completely wicked. They have all these fucked up fantasies.
Fantasies that females.
Yawn.
If you guys had to guess, just give me like one.
Oh my god. You're in a ring with 4 beautiful ladies and maybe a few other smart bookworms. Let's make them all think about sex in a way that makes them completely disconnected from their bodies. Let's make them have an out-of-body experience while they're thinking about sex in a bad way. What I like about Clav is that at least he makes your hackles go up. What I like about Clav is when he walks in a room, you feel an icy chill on the back of your neck. Ooh, at least that's something. Alright, what the fuck else? This is the big news. Fuentes is beefing with Hassan. A month ago, he called this from half court.
We need to run that up the flagpole. I want Stephen Miller to go to Kash Patel and say, put Hassan Piker in jail. Blame it on him.
Great. Okay, so with those 14 magic words from Fuentes, not that I counted, he successfully kickstarted a process to make Hassan Piker his political prisoner. Now, I hate to bring it back, but talk about friendly fire. Talk about friendly fire. That is a low blow, bro. That's low. That's what gets you back on the Trump train, man. Locking up Hassan. Dude. That's like, You know, I mean, here's a question for you. What would it take, what would it take for you to get the fucking COVID vaccine again? Okay, Ebola's having an outbreak. They're issuing a new Ebola vaccine. The wokes. Fauci comes out of his little rat cave to give you an Ebola vaccine. You don't want to take it. Senor Fuentes doesn't want to take that. But, if you put Greta in a cage, I'll take it. That's not good negotiating, man. You sound like a bitch. You sound bitch-made. You arrest Hassan. Don't fire up the Trump bat signal. That's just nasty behavior. Do I think that you both should go to prison? I haven't made my mind up, and I won't be commenting on it. You guys are all friends of mine. You guys are all friends in my book.
It's people like him that are at fault. It's people like him. It's people like him, one of the #1 live streamers in the country, that's saying, here's how to build a bomb. Here's how to build a bomb, and if you killed Rick Scott, everyone would have free health care. That guy needs to go to jail. Like, he needs to be denaturalized. He needs to be sent out of the country. Fuck this guy. Like, that is something you can serve up to us, and then maybe these people will think twice.
That is something you can serve up to us? Dude, don't negotiate. We liked you better when you were negotiating. That's weird, man. We like it. Like, I don't know, I can't speak for everyone, but I like when this guy can't make shit happen. I like when he feels like my little friend. I don't like the idea that he can make something happen in the world. That's an icky feeling. Hassan, too. I don't think Hassan should have done 9/11. But that was way back in the day. Or whatever he did. I don't remember. People are always talking about Hassan, he did 9/11 or something. Now, if he did, which I don't know, it's all in the air. If he did it, then he shouldn't have. But I forgive him now. It seems like he now knows he has the right take now. But this guy has some weird takes, right? I don't want him to get deported necessarily.
His citizenship.
Just don't fight, guys. Just don't fight.
This anti.
Or if you're gonna fight. Don't call it an airstrike from the rumble.com. It's just kind of catty. It's girly. Yeah. Well, I think that'll do it for today. Just wanted to talk about some crap. Hey, with some crap. Hey, we'll take a short break. Maybe we'll come back, but if not, I'll see you next time. We're gonna do a short break, and then I might come back.